everyone, I hope you are all doing well. Today is the first day of this new series that I came up with, and I decided to test some underhyped foundations and tell you my opinion about these foundations and whether there is a reason why they are underhyped here on YouTube. Nobody really talks about them because they are not worth it, or probably they are just hidden gems, and it happens that no one is talking about them. So I'm going to start this series by reviewing a foundation by Dior. Let me get it. So this is the foundation. This is the Dior Nude Air Serum de Ton foundation, and this is supposed to be a serum, very lightweight foundation that is going to let your skin breathe. This foundation contains an SPF of 25, so it is great for day-to-day wear, and they describe it on their website as a foundation that has a sheer natural finish that is going to beautify your skin, but they didn't claim that this is going to be high coverage or heavy. They just describe it as having some kind of a very lightweight, quick evaporating oil, oxygenated oil as they call it, and also it is talc free. It contains oils, but they say that the oils are going to evaporate, leaving your skin breathable, nourished and healthy looking. I would think that this is great to be worn during the day, not a nighttime foundation, because it contains SPF. It is going to flashback, and I'm going to do a flashback test for you. And also they claim that it is not going to provide a very good coverage, so it is very perfect for natural makeup days. Anyway, this is not my first impression. I've tried this foundation once before today. I've got the shade 30, medium beige is the shade 030, and this contains 30 ml of product. My skin type, oily combination. What I mean by combination is that it gets oily in some places and dry in some places. I always experience a dryness here on my nose, flakiness, even if I do not have any pimples. My skin doesn't really break out, although today I'm not having a very good skin day. I have a spot here that is healing, a spot here that is healing. Before any foundation, I have this trick in order to get rid of the flakes on my nose. I always wash my face in the morning, and after it is dry, I look close in the mirror and I see the flakes on my nose every day. This is probably because I do not drink much water, so my skin is probably dehydrated. So I take a tongue brush. This is of course the one that I do not use on my tongue, and I just flick the flakes here, like buff them from my nose. This is the trick that I do every day before applying any kind of foundation. This way I do not have to worry about foundations clinging to dry patches. I think you could do this trick as well here on your forehead, but I do not think it's good to do it here on your cheeks because this place is sensitive. Your nose is probably the least sensitive place on your face because the skin is not that thin, if you know what I mean. Anyway, they say shake well before use, and this is not a pump, it has a dropper applicator. So I'm just going to shake it because this kind of lightweight foundation is going to separate, and because it has a sheer finish today, I'm not going to use a beauty blender with it because I think it's going to absorb all the product. I'm just going to use two types of brushes on each side of my face. And as for priming, I do not use a primer, I just use a moisturizer. I'm using here the Elizabeth Arden Matte Moisture Lotion, and it is an oil-free lotion. I'm just going to drop some on the back of my hand. So I think I've dropped half of the content of the dropper, and don't mind me if I'm looking, I'm just looking at the viewfinder. I have my eye makeup done today, my brows, and a bit of under eye concealer, but I think I need to top it up. Okay, so on this side of my face, I'm going to blend it using this Real Techniques buffing brush. I think this gives an airbrushed finish and a lighter coverage. Okay, so for a foundation that doesn't claim to be oil-free, actually, they state that this foundation has oils in it. It is very lightweight and it's set already. It's not tacky at all, and it is not transferring at all on my hand. It just set, it just really evaporated, And the coverage I got with this very minimal amount, I would say this is a light verging to medium coverage. So actually I am surprised. I expected that I'm going to get less coverage with this foundation that I eventually got. This brush usually gives me a better coverage. This is a Tarte brush. This is a foundation brush. This is the type of brush that is very dense. I'm just going to try and blend it on the other side. So as you could see, this brush gives better control and it makes things go, I think, easier and quicker. I'm just going to come closer to you so that I show you how the foundation is sitting on my skin, very close near my nose and my cheeks. So don't mind the pause. Anyway, so that you could see how this foundation is looking, because now as I'm looking at it, it's absolutely beautiful. Look at my nose here. I think it really looks so good here on my pores, on my skin. It just looks like skin, but still perfected. Because we are testing this foundation, I'm just going to try to build the coverage. So I'm just taking a very tiny bit. I think this is like half a pump, and I'm just going to target the areas where I think I might need a bit more coverage. I'm just going to use this brush because I think the denser the brush, the nicer the foundation is going to look. So now I'm just tapping, not buffing. Man, I do not need to wear any concealer with this foundation. It covered my spots, and I am so surprised that I did that because I didn't expect this to give that beautiful coverage. And I'm not usually a person who likes to wear very full coverage foundations. I do not like cake face. I like my skin to show through. I would have to say that this foundation actually matches me so well. If you look at my hand and my chest, it's exactly the same color. It is not different. On the camera, of course, I look lighter skinned, a bit lighter skinned. In real life, I'm just a bit more olive in skin tone. This is such an amazing foundation. I love it so much at this stage. Matte finish, lightweight, and good coverage. I was really shocked and surprised. I'm just going to do a flash test and insert the photo for you. Yes, I actually think that there is some flashback with this foundation. And because it has oils, I would suggest, even if it gives this kind of matte finish, it might be good for people who have dry skin, not flaky. If you have flaky skin, it's not going to work. You have to buff the flakes the way I do. But dry, I mean tighter pores, thinner, more sensitive skin, I think this is going to work as well because it's very lightweight and it's very nice. So this is going to be my powder, bronzer, glow product all in one. This is the Makeup Revolution Radiance palette. It is a dupe for, the Hourglass Ambient Lighting powders, the same shade. Well, my brush just like that in all the powders. These powders are so good because they set your foundation, they make you look blurred and a bit glowy but not shimmery. And of course I'm going to finish up with some blush. My favorite one, Blush and Brighten Pink Grapefruit by Laura Geller. I haven't used it in ages. With this blush I do not actually need a highlighter because you could see how glowy it is. And on the nose. So I just have to decide what lip color to wear today. I think I'm just going to wear something neutral, probably beigey. So then I'm going to use Cherish by Marc without a lip liner. Okay, so this is the finished look that I got with this foundation. Very quick to use, very mistake proof. I think it is mistake proof because it blends so quickly, doesn't cake up, it is lightweight, gives a very nice light to medium coverage. I've got medium coverage. I haven't got any concealer on my spots, which were obvious. Now they are covered, a bit peeking through. I do not worry about this that much. But yeah, this is my experience with it. And as for the lasting power, I'm telling you that this is not my first impression. So the other day I wore it and I washed my face after 8 hours of wearing the foundation. Of course, here in the UK it is not hot, but I've been out, it didn't get oily at all. And at the end of the day, I just washed my face because I need to wash my face, not because I felt that the makeup is disgusting. It was so good. But I think I'm going to take a photo today at the end of the day before I wash my face, and I will insert it here so that you could see how the foundation looks after probably 8 and 7 hours. I'm going to state that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed spending time with me and that you found this video helpful, inspirational, or probably you've been looking for a review for this foundation online, you haven't found any. Anyway, until we meet again in my next video in this Underhyped Foundation series, please be safe and take care. Bye!